college football. Championship weekend was exciting. I mean, nail biter between OSU and Indiana. OSU needs to find a 5-star kicker instead of somebody like that. They need to find a kicker like Jeremiah Smith.
Man, I mean,
that's what they need to do.
And I mean, I don't think I seen I said the worst way to lose, right, is obviously, I mean, just having a turnover, right, in the final seconds, right, or dropping the pass in the final seconds, right, when you're open. Another worst way to lose, right? It's multiple worse ways to lose,
missing
right?
27 yards.
Losing in general is just bad.
I mean, and it's like, it's not even that heat. I would have cut him a little bit of slack if it, like, doink off the goal.
Yeah, that was a PAT.
It was a
that
20.
Is an NFL PAT.
That's not even a PAT. It was less than an NFL PAT. NFL PAT is 32 yards. He missed a 27-yard field goal. Wide left. Wasn't even close.
And I'm not the one that bashes on kickers, right? Because
not at all. Because I mean, at the end of the day, kickers, it's a hard job.
It's a hard. I mean, and then once again, you also don't know what they're feeling in that moment. You don't know what's going through there, right? But if you have a 27-yard right game on the line, you're number 1 ranked. You're playing the number 2 ranked, right? So if you lose, not only do you lose the conference championship, right, but also this could affect playoff seeding, all that jazz, right?
Absolutely.
The one thing on your mind should be to make a kick, not the slide. You know, in Madden when you gotta line it up exactly with the field. He slid it all the way to the left. All right, it wasn't.
No,
I'm just saying. 27-yard field goal to miss is crazy. I just think that's crazy. A 27-yard field goal is kind of outrageous.
And I think the most heartbreaking kick I ever seen miss, right, was, I'm also going back to the Bills. We've been talking about this a lot. It's not even NFL, right? But who was their kicker? Tyler Bass, I think that was his name.
You're right.
But there were oh yeah, that's right. They were playing the Chiefs in the playoffs, right? Chance to go into overtime.
Super Bowl.
Chance to go to the Super Bowl, right? But in that game, it was a chance to go to overtime, right? Am I mistaken?
No. This was the case. If they missed, they went to overtime. If they made it, they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he missed it, and they went to overtime, and the Chiefs ended up winning.
And it was way further back, right? That was like a 45-yard field goal, right? But I think that was the most heartbreaking loss I ever seen, or heartbreaking loss to a missed field goal I ever seen, right? Up until now.
Yeah, that was.
Then I get this Ohio State kicker who misses it from 20. Was it 27 yards? 27 yards. I mean,
isn't the old PAT or was the old PAT 19?
I believe in the NFL it's like 25.
I'm talking about the old one.
Oh, I don't even know.
I didn't remember.
Well, while we're on the topic, let's list out the scores of these conference championship games. In the AAC, the American, Tulane beat North Texas. In the Sun Belt, James Madison defeated Troy. In the SEC, Georgia defeated Bama. Big Ten, we just said Indiana defeated Ohio State. Big 12 was a surprise. Texas Tech blew out BYU.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot closer.
I knew BYU wasn't like.
And then in the ACC, Duke upset Virginia in OT fashion.
Yeah.
So overall, just like state championships, I mean, what a great week. First off, what Georgia did to Bama should be illegal. They bullied Bama for 4 quarters straight.
Me and Cam was at work together talking about this. And
Man, and I mean,
I was
over here,
like, what the world is going on?
I was screaming updates across the kitchen, right? Hope Bama would possibly do something.
Bama didn't.
They scored once, right? And I'm like, okay, they could.
I thought the same thing. That's what I thought they found their life, because just like y'all, I was at old Tristan Bryant's birthday party, his 18th birthday party, playing cornhole. I was like, Dad, gum, Georgia is whooping Bama up and down the field. Like, it's bad.
And earlier in the year, right? Or they're having a great season. Their season's still going, right? They're in the college football playoffs. But I mean, earlier in the year, right? We saw them beat Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. It was an ugly game on both sides, right? But at the end of the day, their defense held on, their offense ended up holding on. They ended up beating Georgia. Right. I thought it would be another test like that, a lot more high scoring, considering that these guys are fighting for, for Georgia fighting for a bye week, for Alabama fighting to stay in the playoffs, which they end up sneaking in, right? But fighting to stay in the playoffs, right? It was awful. I mean, their offense.
I mean, offensively, it just was. I mean, it was atrocious. I mean,
Well, I mean,
Oh, my goodness.
and here's the thing, Georgia, we've seen mean. I'm talking about mean Georgia defenses. And just go back to their first national championship when they whooped TCU in to the moon and back. I felt like watching the SEC championship game. That is the first time I have seen a mean defense out of Georgia in probably a year or so.
And first time I seen it ever against a team like Alabama, right? I mean, it doesn't. Well, I'm gonna pick up on coaching two times, right? It doesn't matter who the coach is, right? Georgia could never beat Bama, right? I mean, we see that since Saban left, Georgia hasn't. This is the only time that they beaten Bama since Saban left, right? But second, we can't. This is not a coach DeBoer thing, right? This is not a coach DeBoer thing, right? Because from what I was seeing, right, from the little part I did catch before I had to clock in, right, he was calling great plays.
He's not the play caller.
Or
That's the thing.
they're you know I mean, they're staff.
OC.
Yeah,
The
they're
OC.
OC, DC, AC, it don't matter.
Georgia
right? Yeah.
just played that good of defense.
I mean, and it wasn't even that. I mean, their offense was just scared out there. That's the thing. I mean, we saw several times.
Shook.
And,
I mean,
and
they
not to
looked
mention
out their boots. I mean, just.
Mr. Hollywood ain't nothing no more.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would.
yeah.
okay,
He
well,
dropped a wide open touchdown.
Okay, I'm not gonna say they.
I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna say he
best
ain't
receiver.
nothing.
Yeah.
He is
We're
not their
gonna-
best receiver.
We're gonna push it. I mean,
He is
we're
not
pushing
their
it.
best receiver.
Well, the guy that you probably think is their best
Giovanni
receiver.
Bernard?
The guy that I think is probably their best receiver. He was also dropping wide open passes.
Five?
I'm saying.
Everybody on their
Because that defense played just that good.
several times where those guys were wide open. They had I watched the game, right? First half twice. End zone passes dropped.
Not to mention
They're
Ty
wide
Simpson was running for his life too, and they had no ground game.
And that
Bama
just
could not get a ground
Yeah,
game.
he couldn't start. They couldn't get the run
They had
started.
-4 rushing yards with Daniel Hill, and that's not Daniel Hill's fault.
and that just goes back to show what Tyler said. Their offense was shook. We don't. I mean, we don't. I mean, obviously, I mean, we talked about the flukes they had in the season, right? We don't see Bama put up that lackluster of an offensive performance and win since they lost to Florida State, right? We haven't seen it. But I mean, you go in the game against Georgia, you beat them earlier in the year, right? Not to mention, it was ugly. It wasn't ugly because of your offense, right? It was just the pace of the game, right? But you go in here and I mean, just you look scared. You look scared,
And
right?
Going back to what y'all said about Ryan Williams, I'm gonna contradict myself right here, because I like for some reason it just clicked that when Ryan Williams has a bad game, Bama doesn't win. Like, is that Bama making sense?
I mean,
Like, Ryan Williams has a bad game, Bama don't win.
and that should go to show you the type player that Ryan Williams is, right?
But when Ryan
Because-
Williams has a good game, Bama wins. So I mean, because I mean, you don't hear bad stuff about Ryan Williams until Bama loses and he had a couple drops. I mean, everybody says Cam Coleman sucks now because of the fumble against Bama. Cam Coleman does not suck. He's outperforming an first team All ACC, first team All American Eric Singleton.
Yeah.
right. That,
3 different key plays.
and two things, right? First, that goes to show you how competitive the SEC is, right?
Right.
And two, that shows you how the fan bases in the SEC are, right? Because I mean, we saw several times. Well, picking back on the first thing I said, right? A player can have a bad game, right? Fans turn on him, right? The media turns on him, right?
absolutely, yeah.
Especially the SEC media. I mean, that's one of the most ruthless things you gotta go.
I saw
Especially
so
with
much.
Arch.
I saw so much of Ryan Williams like Saturday night. It was like you watched at 18. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh,
what?
And what's crazy? I mean, no hate to Ryan Williams. I love you, man, but you had a pretty atrocious game, right?
He did fall off.
I mean,
granted, he's good. But last year to this year, it is a sophomore.
I mean, we can't really say that he fell off, right? 'Cause, I mean, he's still having a great year, right? I mean, obviously, I mean, the comparisons between him and Jeremiah Smith stop, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean,
More like Jeremiah McCall Lennon, but
With Cordell Tate.
and
I'll tell you.
I'll even throw Cam Coleman up there, the guy that be wearing 2 watches in the game. He got
So I was just talking about.
Right, yeah.
That, but no,
Yeah.
hey.
San Jose State's got another nice little white boy. I forgot his name, but
right. I mean, just a lot of college football receivers, right? I mean, just you could put at the top of the list. In my opinion, I feel like
Malachi Tony,
yeah, right. And
true freshman.
in my opinion, I feel like Ryan Williams is still on the top of that list. But I mean, he had a bad game against FSU, right? What they say, all the fault was crazy. It was the first game of the season.
No. I don't blame Ryan Williams for that. They put him in the slot, and Florida State was headhunting him the whole time. Like, I don't blame Ryan Williams for that, in my opinion. Like, watch.
I got a chance to hit a 5-star receiver. I'll hit him too.
But that doesn't change the fact, right? I mean, we seen multiple receivers have lackluster games, right? We seen Jeremiah Smith have a lackluster game, right, against Indiana.
Well, I mean, look at Jeremiah Smith's first start against Akron. Drop pass, false start within 5 minutes. And then again, he did turn around but you know, it is Jeremiah.
I mean, it wasn't good at all, right? Ryan Williams came into this game, right, being targeted early, right, being thrown in early, dropping passes, either being defended really well, which Georgia did play excellent defense.
Yeah, Georgia played
right
man-to-man defense.
Right, so if it was whether being covered well or just simply dropping passes, that's no excuse, right? I mean, we talk about it all the time. Wide receivers are going to have flukes. Quarterbacks are going to have flukes. But at the end of the day, you come into that game with one purpose, right?
Win.
Don't win, right?
It's SEC championship game. I mean, that's a lot on stake
now,
at the end of the day.
Speaking of playoffs, I want to ask y'all a question about, so JMU and Tulane have made the playoffs.
Great team.
Notre Dame, Texas, and who else is it? That's upset? Vandy. Those three teams are pissed. I'm talking about mad that they're not in.
And we're going. And first, I want to pick up on. I want to hear your opinion on the Notre Dame situation, right? Because obviously they were the favorite to get in over it, right? Right. Even though JMU was a heavy favorite too, Notre Dame was the favorite to get in over, right? And they chose JMU over them. And I mean, and plus we saw them decline the bowl game invitation because of that, right? And it doesn't matter who answered this, right? But looking from it, I mean, if I'm Notre Dame, was the reaction worth it?
Well, here's my thing. With people complaining about the group of five, the G5s getting in. At the end of the day, every year, don't matter people like it or not, you gotta put some G5s in there.
Right.
Because here's the thing. If you're not putting the group of five in the playoff, then what are they playing for?
Exactly.
If you're not letting them have a chance to win it all, what are they playing for? What's their sole purpose of being at a group of five school? What's the point of going to a group of five school or trying to go there and win if you can't win it all? Right. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And here's just the thing. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep it like that, where they're gonna keep the best two G5 get in every year. It's just gonna happen.
Right.
I mean, it sucks. I mean, that's how it is at the end of the day.
I mean, and no hate to Zach. I know what you were about to say, so I'm gonna say something really fast. No hate to Group of Five, right? Yeah. Amazing play, absolutely amazing, right? James Madison, they're having the best seasons from a team that just came up from the FBS that I've probably seen in a while, right?
Yeah.
And Tulane, they're also having a great season, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks that we hate on them making the playoffs, right? But at the end of the day, I still hate because, I mean, if I'm looking at the strength of schedule right between guys like Notre Dame, guys like Texas, guys like Vandy, I'm going to put them in the playoffs over teams like JMU and Tulane.
And that's where I was getting towards with my question was, don't take Group of Five out, but if they are a top 12 team and deserve to be in the top 12, then that's the only way they can make it to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And I mean, going back to what you said, Tyler, you asked, if you are committing to a G5 school, what are you playing for? You're still playing for the same thing. It's just your school doesn't have the resources that Alabama has, that Georgia has. You can't blame us because you go to Southern Miss. You can't blame the committee because you go to Southern Miss because you weren't talented enough to go to a P4 school to try and compete for a national championship.
And I'm gonna stop you just right there for a minute, right? Those guys, I mean, not taking away.
No, I'm not trying to diss, but I'm just trying to.
I understand what you're saying, right? And those guys, I mean, if you play college ball, you're talented.
Right. At any level, you're talented. Yes.
Right. But once again, it's not even the first time we've seen it because the last year, the introduction of the 12-man playoff format, right? We saw five Boise State get a bye week.
Yeah, but they proved they could win. In the regular season, they proved they could win when they almost beat Oregon.
That's the thing. Oregon. That's the thing. Like, that's why I'm saying the hate is so undeserved, right? Because James Madison, even though they have a Vandy type schedule or a Texas type schedule, they proved that they can win. Tulane, I mean, I'm I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Tulane don't even need to be in.
I mean,
there, but,
they already got. I mean, you saw what happened.
You
When
know,
they played the playoffs.
they gave Tulane the benefit that they won. They beat 24 ranked.
USF and Memphis.
North Texas,
right?
In the championship game, and they gave them the benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, I mean, we're gonna give Tulane a shot. Which I mean, I don't know why they gave it Ole Miss. I mean, they lost Ole Miss by 40.
Yeah, we already saw what happened when they played the playoffs team.
We're
in the same building, like I said, playing them at Ole Miss again. Yeah,
Right,
like I said, it's just
a team that's done nothing but got better.
Yeah,
and that's why I was really referring to James and Madison because in my opinion they deserve to make it. Right? I mean, if we're going to pick any small school to make it, it's a team that just came from the FBS and is already ranked 12th against teams like Texas.
You know, a team that need to move up already, North Dakota State. They need to hurry up, move up. Even though they just got beat, they need to go ahead and move up.
I mean, and it's been from what I heard.
I would be surprised if they ever did that. Because the thing about North Dakota State, at the end of the day, they're still getting great recruits. They're still getting great recruits at FCS level. They're still dominant at the FCS level, and they're still making a lot of money at the FCS level.
I mean, 10 national championships in the past 14 years, and this is the first time they haven't made it in 15 to 20 years.
And what's super surprising is North Dakota always has a great draft class too.
Yeah, absolutely.
They always,
they recruit, especially like when you think about big boys up front, like O linemen, and like I said, produce great quarterbacks. When you think of just like Trey, I can think of like Trey Lance. I remember he was coming
Carson Wentz.
Carson
Wentz.
Yeah,
that was a big one. I was trying to think of the name.
They always produced really well.
All right. Well, as this podcast comes to a close, we have one final pick 'em for the regular season. Army Navy. Who you like, Kim?
Give me Navy. Give me them boys on the water. Give me them boys on the water.
I like Navy. Xander Horvath, over 2,000 yards rushing, over 1,000 yards passing. I mean, they don't get no more wishbone when it comes to them two schools, right?
Yeah.
So, can Army Navy people get drafted? Like, I never got a clear answer on that.
No.
They can't?
Wait, no, because they have to go like, it's weird. That's a Baltimore question. She would know. That's not a Zach or Tyler question.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess
we'll Navy.
Yep,
but Shipman.
The midshipman.
Man, but I mean, 2 years ago I asked, what is a midshipman? Like 2 years I would ask that, right?
I don't know. Their logo is like a sheep, ain't it? Is that what it is?
Navy?
Midshipman.
I have no clue.
Midshipmen, men, and you say sheep.
Well, look it up.
Men is
look
men is in the word. Ain't a type of man.
Before we log off this podcast, we're trying to look it up. Navy logo images here. Oh,
I thought he was gonna show the end.
Now, who are the midshipmen?
They're men on a ship. That's what it sounds like by the name.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh, that has nothing to do with
shoot.
Look, I'm about to say this.
That's just their mascot.
This is a midshipman.
It's just their mascot.
Golly, Zach.
It's literally just mascot.
It's not called the Navy sheep. It's called the Navy midshipman.
It's just like how Alabama's the Crimson Tide, but it's an elephant. Yeah, exactly. But their mascot's elephant.
Ole Miss the Rebels, but it's a bear.
They had Rebel Bear. Exactly.
Right, yeah.
We're Mississippi State,
Y'all got cowbell. And y'all got cowbells. I was about to say, what does a cowbell have to do with a dog? What does a cowbell have to do with a dog?
Well, I can give y'all the backstory behind that.
People from Starkville, man.
I might not be 100% accurate before we log out of this, but I think it was because a cow snuck out of a pasture and got on their campus or their field or something.
Yeah, I remember reading the story. It was a cow snuck onto the field during the Egg Bowl game one year. And they ended up beating Ole Miss, and it was a sign of good luck. So they started bringing cows to the game.
It ain't been nothing but ain't no luck out of them things. That's all I got to say. Them things ain't got no luck.
I remember in
at least I don't.
What was the year? They had Dak and they were ranked number 1.
2014.
2014. That was the loudest the cowbells were on.
Take me back. I remember going to the Egg Bowl that year, and we lost.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember watching the game. You remember they had the gold slick helmets and
we lost.
And Ole Miss gave that BTA, man.
That was a good game,
though. It was a good game.
Man, yeah.
Ole Miss gave that BTA, man. At the end of the day.
And then we turned around and lost a week later to Bama. No, we lost to Bama and then lost to
But as we're wrapping up, I want to take a minute to plug. Obviously, we did a first half of this earlier, right? That was the Commodore Combat episode for high school football, right? And our recap on our season. But next time I will be recapping our winter sports, right? And a little bit on the end of some more fall sports. So y'all stay tuned for that next episode of Commodore Combat. So yeah.
And then next on Sports Talk, it's always up in there with us on Sports Talk. But we will have pick'ems coming up this week. Y'all want to do pick'ems or predictions?
Pick'ems are ain't that the same?
Yeah.
Ain't that kind of the same?
I know y'all just wanted to
Ain't that kind of the same thing?
I don't know. Because I keep forgetting we're not. This is like our last week in class. I keep forgetting it's our last week in class.
Yeah, I know what he's saying though. Yeah, but
that's funny.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we'll figure
something.
Yeah, we could probably just go ahead and do first round for this week, and then we can just post it. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Well, this has been well, like I said, this is our last week in media, so our podcasts and pick'ems are coming to an end after 4 long, wonderful, exciting, and memorable years.
Man, long, grueling, sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights. You slept every night.
Okay, the only thing you do in this podcast is talk.
Man, for real, yeah, that's why it's sleepless. Yeah, I can't
nights.
help but talk. Yeah.
Sleepless nights. Yeah.
Well, look, this has been Zachary Whitley,
Cameron Jones.
Tyler Wiley.
and we'll see y'all next time.